Oh, you doing all right?
Recording's roll. Good to go.
No, obviously, for you, senior nights are always an emotional time, but especially with Pedro and those guys. What do you have to curb that a little bit simply because of what you're trying to accomplish as a team?
Yeah, I mean it does throw off your rhythm, right? So we don't do the normal pre-game talk. The rhythm before the game is different. So yeah, you're kind of dealing with all of that, and then obviously, like we didn't have a big crowd at the start because of the weather. It was pouring down rain, so everybody waited till kickoff to come in. So I don't know. I'm torn, honestly. Maybe this is off topic, but I'm torn with senior day. Like I'd rather do like some sort of banquet ceremony and honor them then, because sometimes it's beautiful. Like Kentucky 2 years ago, where you got 2,000 fans and it's sunny and it's great, and other times it's like tonight. So but managing that emotion with different, I mean, these guys are, they're very, very mature, very, very strong team. So they're mentally capable of dealing with that and dealing with the bittersweetness of it all.
For the second straight match, you go down a man. You don't want to say the team is comfortable in those scenarios because you don't want them to get used to it. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like you all missed your stride at all once Vtor went out.
Yeah, it was difficult, right? Because we scored almost 2 minutes after he went off, and we kept the pressure on, and then they changed a little bit, and obviously they got a good coach in Tony. He's able to change and manipulate some things, and it became difficult for us to find a rhythm. I think at Charlotte, Charlotte stayed exactly the same, and we were able to find a better rhythm. And then, I mean, I was never worried for us. It was just we were caught in transition a few times from going from defending to attack. So we're comfortable, but it wasn't pretty after the goal.
You look, and once, sort of like last week, whenever it goes 10 aside, you all strike quickly. Again, once you all are in open space, I mean, how dangerous is this team?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got a lot of guys getting forward, and we made good decisions. And once we would get possession of the ball again, it was a very choppy game. But as they started to really go chase the game, there was a ton of space opened up, and our guys are sort of deadly. And Pedro just reads the game so well. He just understands it, perfectly, shows up at the top of the box and just thank you very much.
Talk about Pedro for a second. I mean, this is a guy that coming out of high school, and he's sort of taken that on his sleeve throughout his career that not many, teams wanted him, and he was a little bit under recruited. What was it that you saw in him whenever you brought him to Marshall, and how much has he grown over the last few years playing for you?
Oh, I mean, one of my proudest coaching, not achievements, but one of my proudest coaching relationships has been with Pedro, because he has grown so much from a temperamental young man. He had lots of talent, but it's the 17-year-old Pedro versus the 22-year-old Pedro. He's got all that maturity, understands completely how we play. He's an ambassador for the way we play, and he's been able to control that emotion, and use it, make it work for him instead of against him. And he's just all the better for it. But he's such an ambassador for the way we play football, the way we knock the ball around, the way we defend, and everything that is, Marshall soccer. He's been amazing in that. It was touch and go for a while where he would make it. With he always had the talent, always had the belief and the desire. It's just whether he could control himself enough to be influential. And he's been able to do that and do that in spades. And obviously, I've got a great relationship with him, and we'll be very, very sad to see him go.
Moving forward a little bit, you look at next week's match, and obviously a huge road match coming up, and now you're going to be without Vtor. How much does that change things for you all, or does it change anything at all?
I think obviously losing a player like Vtor is always really tough, but we've got a great squad. I think I've been so impressed with the depth that we've been able to show throughout the games with different injuries and different guys coming on. And so we'll deal with it. Vitor's a player any coach in the country would love to have in their team. So we'll miss him in that respect, but they'll be the next guy up. And we definitely have sort of great capabilities of replacing him. Vinny will come back in the lineup, and Ibra was phenomenal today, I thought. You know, he got his goal, but when I went back into midfield and played as a sort of 6 at the end, he was very, very good. So, you know, it looks good for us. I mean, not going to say we won't miss him, but the guys will step up, and we've got other guys who can come in and provide quality.
I'm good, Scott.
Perfect.
Yep. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Graham.
Thank you.